Alright, I think it's safe to say that we figured out that my issue here is a clogged catalytic converter. The way it sits here on this car is exhaust manifold directly to this large canister style catalytic converter right here off the manifold, and then down under the car with an exhaust. These bolts around the top here, you know, that's what separates these two halves from each other. There's just no way that they're gonna, including that one back here. Let's see if that'll look in there. There's no way I'm gonna get those loose. There's no clearance. There's no way after all these years they're gonna break loose without just snapping off. And I'll never get that secured. So I don't want to break this loose. I really don't want to take the exhaust manifold off because, I mean, look at these. I mean, look at it. I mean, I don't want to deal with this. This is no good either. I can put the heat and the torch on it, but once you get into here, like putting the heat and getting the torch on that stuff, not ideal either. And not without obviously removing this whole corner of the engine bay. So, I mean, either way, I'm gonna have to replace this catalytic converter if I want to get this through inspection in February, right? But for the time being, I also need a vehicle to drive. So I'm thinking about what I'm trying to do now is, you know, I tried to get in this EGR tube off. It's almost just no possible way. I've already chewed it up pretty good. Thinking about taking this O2 sensor out and trying to clean the catalytic converter out. A lot of people online telling you how to clean it, and I wonder if I can get some cleaner and solvent through it to get it cleared out enough to where I could drive it. I'm gonna have to sacrifice the O2 sensor by cutting the wire off just to get that off to get in there. The other option is to go off from the below it, punch it out, and drain it all out. But at the same time too, the bolts at the bottom of that are absolutely trash. So there's no way I'm gonna get that off or get that back on. So then, you know, I'm not really left with many options here. It doesn't involve some kind of ridiculous welding job or just honestly replacing the whole thing. So I think what I'm going to do is take this O2 sensor off, get the bore scope in there, see if I can just look in there and see what the condition looks like, and maybe getting some lacquer thinner or some solvent cleaner down there if it just needs to be clean and it's not broken up inside. That'll help me out in twofold. A, it'll still have a working catalytic converter, and two, I want to take it off, but I don't know, kind of an unfortunate situation. So I'm gonna start with that and I'll keep you updated. Alright, I got my USB bore scope out. It connects to the phone, as you can see. Sticking it down here, sorry, switching hands to see what the catalytic converter looks like. I'll give you like the little, give you that nice insertion shot. The focal length is like 6 inches. That's why I'm starting to go out here a little bit. Get a little bit of interesting like colors, like a little bit of blue reflections in there. But as you can see, let's look around, actually look around the edges here. It's not exactly what I would call dirty or all sooted up like you would expect to see from a completely clogged catalytic converter. Sorry, wait. Let me try to get in here a little closer, see if I can find some good stuff like that. Yeah, see? It's not really what I would call, is that a big, it's a crack on the screen. I thought it was a piece of hair. It's not really what I would call dirty. But I guess the holes, the honeycombs are pretty small, so it's easy for oil to get jammed up in there. Let's see if I can zoom out on the angle here. I mean, it doesn't look perfectly clean, but also too, I'm wondering if it could be broken up inside. You know what I mean? And it could be at the bottom. Their pieces be broken up, and then they're all crumpled up in the bottleneck at the bottom, jammed up tight. So I'm going to start with getting some cleaner. Now that I have an opening here, unfortunately I had to sacrifice the O2 sensor so I can get the wrench on down there. It actually came out pretty good. The previous person looked like they may have put some anti-seize on it, see some sparkles, but I still couldn't get it off with the open. I had to get it onto the box under the wrench. So anyways, I'm going to get some cleaner in there, let it sit, stick the spark plug in, try to push it through and see what I can do. But I don't know what else to do. I mean, if I can't get this cleaned out, I mean, I basically have to, I don't know what to do. I mean, like I said, take this whole manifold off. I mean, I still can't break this loose. I mean, it's going to be a whole fucking nightmare. You know, try to break the bottom loose and punch all the pieces out. I don't know. All right, keep you updated. So these are my cleaners of choice. Some acetone, some seafoam. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think the seafoam is what got me in trouble. I think I did a clean of the throttle body and the intake after I did the transmission, or when I put this thing back together, and I bet I washed 300,000 miles worth of carbon deposits into the catalytic converter. That's probably what this is. That's the reason why they kind of was coinciding with the spark plugs, because I must have done those around the same time. But I don't know, maybe it'll clean it out of the catalytic converter too. So I just realized it just basically made a flammable bomb in my exhaust. So I mean, that should go well when I fire it up, right? I mean, you don't have to worry about your exhaust exploding. So yeah, I'm gonna let it sit for a while. Put the put the O2 sensor back in and run it. Obviously blow some hot gases through there and see if I can blow some of those chunks out of the exhaust. I mean, don't know what else to do. All right, I'll keep you updated. All right, it's lunchtime. I'm gonna take this bomb ass Altima on a run. I don't know what to say. The more I think about all this alcohol sitting in my exhaust, I think to myself, there's no possible way that this is a good idea. But here we are. You know what? I don't know. What do you want to see? Front or back? Let's switch around front. Be right back. This way you can, well, yeah, we can do this, and then you can see the smoke coming out the back of the car. Oh yeah, this is all assuming I don't explode, but at least it's on camera. Why do I do these things? Here we go. Worst case scenario, I can always pull the O2 sensor out. I'm already leaving a smoke screen. I'll take the O2 sensor out so I can, like, you know, have room for the exhaust to go so I can drive. I don't know if you can already see that, but that's piles of smoke coming out the exhaust already. Yeah, you can see that a little bit in the background there. Right here should be real good. Hit the gas. Oh yeah. Yeah. Nice little smoke screen going. Well, at least it's still running. I got some acceleration. That's usually what it does though. I've dealt with cars with clogged catalytic converters. At first it's like, oh, it seems fine. And then it warms up a little bit and then it starts getting like worse and worse and worse. So we'll see what it does. I won't, since I didn't blow up yet, I won't leave this on. I'll get back to you. Uploading these videos has been difficult this morning. I mean, you know, unfortunately the video you've already watched that I've already uploaded, it's long. Ooh, I'm getting some hesitation. And it's taken hours to upload. So I'm trying to keep these a little shorter. All right, I'll be back. I'm running out onto 141 again. I am still putting down a smoke screen, but I have, you know, it's moving, it's accelerating, so better than it was before. I'm just gonna run it out here hard, third gear, try to blow it out. I also don't have a O2 sensor, so obviously it's not going to run as good as it could, but at least I'm still driving. I was able to clear it out some, but all right, I'll burn this out and I'll keep you updated. All right, so Sarah's here. Wave hi. Hi. So that's the end of the progress. Where I left off is I wound up getting a couple cans of carbon choke cleaner and spraying it down the same hole that the, oh geez. Could I have parked any closer? Sprayed a couple cans down that O2 sensor hole to clear the cat out. It's drivable. It's accelerating poorly like it did before, but at least it's got air conditioning. You can get me to work from now. I'm going back and forth with the options, and I'll chat with you about it. But I think what's going to happen is I'll wind up having to take the whole thing off, exhaust manifold and everything, break it all down, clear all the junk out of the cat, completely clear it out, and put it back on. It'll be labor, but besides for gaskets, won't cost any money. So that's where we're at. So now that Sarah's here, we're going to take the truck. She wants to go to Sonic, and the only one available is in Ellesmere. Not Ellesmere. What is it called? Elkton, Maryland. So we're taking the truck out. But I'll film you another video tomorrow. Got some rigging here. We're going to be picking up a boulder that my dad wants from Mrs. Scott's property to bring to his house. So I'll get some footage of us repeatedly dropping a rock that I'm trying to load up onto the truck with the crane and everything. So should be some good stuff. So all right, have a good night. Hope everything is good. Go fuck yourself.